don't realize it's a recruitment when it happens. It feels like someone finally noticed you. You're 16, you're in Oaxaca, you've been invisible your entire life. To your school, to the government, to every employer your father ever approached with his hat in his hand. And then a stranger in a video game lobby says, "I see exactly what you're worth." He's not wrong. He just works for someone you haven't met yet. Level 0. The ghost. You don't exist yet. You're just a pattern in a poverty map. Before you ever receive the message, you have already been profiled. Not by a government, not by a school, by a cartel recruitment algorithm that runs entirely in human memory, passed from operative to operative, neighborhood to neighborhood. The profile is simple. You are under 20. You live in a state where only 20% of the population finishes high school. You play online games at 2 in the morning because there is nothing to wake up for. Your last job paid less than 4,500 pesos a month, roughly $90 a week, in a city where rent has been climbing for 5 years. You haven't applied for anything. You haven't gone looking. But in the arithmetic of cartel recruitment, documented by Mexican government data and cross-referenced with a 2023 study published in the journal Science, your address, your age, your unemployment status, and the hour you go online place you in the highest priority target tier. They call it finding talent. You call it Tuesday night. Level 1, the contact. The message arrives. It doesn't say, "Join a cartel." It never does. It says something that sounds like an opportunity. It says, "I know people who pay well." It says, "Are you looking for work?" It says, "I can get you more in 1 week than you've made all month." This isn't improvisation. It's a script. Documented WhatsApp exchanges recovered by Mexican authorities in 2024 show recruiters following near-identical language templates, personalized just enough to feel spontaneous, engineered just enough to convert. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel, the CJNG, has become one of the most technologically aggressive recruiters in Mexico. By late 2024, the DEA described CJNG as the predominant cartel operating on every continent except Antarctica. They use WhatsApp, they use Discord, they use Twitch, they use video game lobbies, Free Fire, Fortnite, Call of Duty, targeting players in high-poverty municipalities with the precision of a digital marketing campaign. In 2023, the Mexican government reported that over 87.5% of people under 20 in Mexico play online video games. Nearly half interact with strangers inside them. You are one of those people. You message back. That is the only decision that was entirely yours. Level 2. The offer. Then comes the number. 4,500 pesos per week. That's what verified social media posts advertising Sinaloa Cartel positions were offering as of 2025. Roughly $920 per month. Sometimes more. Sometimes with housing. Sometimes with food. Now compare it. The informal sector in many districts pays around 4,450 pesos per month. The cartel is offering more per week than the informal economy pays per month. This isn't random, it's pricing strategy. The Sinaloa Cartel, founded in the late 1960s in a state rooted in poppy and cannabis cultivation, built what researchers describe as a community-embedded recruitment model. They don't just offer wages, they offer loans. They fund churches. They deliver cash where the state stops showing up. You're not being tricked. You're being presented with an offer the formal economy around you cannot match. You say yes to the bus ticket first because that part feels the most real. Level 3, the camp. When the bus doors close, the door behind you closes too. Between 2013 and 2018, Mexican authorities uncovered 23 CJNG training sites across the country. Each site held between 50 and 60 overseers, managing up to 40 recruits. Survivor testimony, government records, and investigative reporting describe what happened there. Physical conditioning, weapons training, psychological resistance tests. The tests were not theoretical. One survivor described watching a recruit who failed to assemble a weapon correctly get killed in front of the group, not as punishment, as instruction. In March 2025, authorities discovered a recruitment camp at a ranch in Tuchitlan, Jalisco. The site contained clothing, bags, shoes, skeletal remains. The United States Treasury described it as a facility used to execute recruits who defied instructions. Not every organization operates the same way. Sinaloa's model has historically leaned more on voluntary participation, especially in communities where the cartel is embedded socially and economically. Researchers interviewing members between 2015 and 2023 found significantly higher rates of willing participation compared to forced recruitment models. But you didn't choose the model, you chose the message, and now you're inside. Level 4, the debt. By day 30, something shifts. The debt isn't financial, it's experiential. You know faces, you know routes, you know who pays whom. You know enough to be dangerous if you leave. The Ndrangheta in Calabria solved this centuries ago with blood. Every cell, every Ndrina, is built entirely from family. You are born into it. You do not defect without betraying your own bloodline. Only 42 known informants have ever emerged from the Ndrangheta. In November 2023, 207 members were convicted in a single Italian court case, sentenced to a combined 2,100 years. Operations continued. Your structure isn't blood-based, it's knowledge-based, and knowledge doesn't wash off. Level 5. The Earner. You are now one of an estimated 160,000 to 185,000 people working for cartels inside Mexico. That figure comes from the same 2023 study in Science. Cartels rank as the 5th largest employer in the country, larger than Pepsi, larger than Pemex. The system loses approximately 350 members per week to arrests, rivals, violence, 350 vacancies, 350 search queries. At your level, the money arrives consistently. Consistency has value. You send money home for the first time. Your mother doesn't ask where it came from. She already knows. Level 6, the machine pullback. Global Financial Integrity estimates the illegal drug market at between $426 and $652 billion annually. The UNODC's 2025 World Drug Report confirms criminal organizations are adapting faster than the institutions trying to stop them. The Ndrangheta alone generates an estimated 60 billion euros per year. They operate in more than 84 countries. They control roughly 80% of Europe's cocaine supply. Meanwhile, Mexican cartels generate between $19 and $29 billion from United States drug sales alone. You are one node in this network, one node that cost almost nothing to acquire. Level 7, the cycle. And here is what the system produces at scale. Not just soldiers, recruiters. You know the streets that produce boys like you were. You know the hour they log in. You remember exactly what was said to you. You don't mention the camp. You don't mention the debt. You mention the number. By 2027, predictive models project a 40% increase in cartel casualties and a 26% increase in active membership. More dead, more recruits. Since the declaration of the Mexican drug war in 2006, cartel violence has produced over 55,000 deaths. That number doesn't include the disappeared. In Guanajuato alone, nearly 1,300 homicides were recorded in the first 5 months of 2022. The machine doesn't register grief. It registers vacancy. And somewhere tonight, in a game lobby in southern Mexico, a 16-year-old who feels invisible is receiving a message that sounds like recognition. The message says, "I see exactly what you're worth." He's not wrong.